Buenas noches y bienvenidos al penúltimo streaming de la Sinfónica de Galicia. Estamos muy contentos además de que podamos presentaros al maestro Leif Segerstam. Welcome, maestro.
Thank you. Muchas gracias.
Thank you for the wonderful week. También tenemos con nosotros a nuestro director titular, a Dima Slobodeniouk. Good evening.
Buenas noches.
Maestro, you're a conductor, composer, teacher. You're obviously a very prolific composer with more than 200 symphonies. How do you manage to have time to do everything? Because you're also a wonderful teacher. Tell us.
Time does not exist. Time is only a way of after creative deeds and chains of evolutions have happened to measure in some way so that you can compare other creative deeds and evolutions. Then you need the so-called time, but it does not exist. So things happen. Symphonies are notated. I am a tone chooser, but the same 12 tones are there for anybody. They were there, the same tones for Mozart, Beethoven, Rimsky-Korsakov, and Segerstam, Sibelius. We choose from the same tones and we make interesting combinations which are part of nature. And the force of nature is coming into this mixture of tones, which in my music is free tonal, free pulsative, complex tonal, maybe complex pulsative too, because if there are 28 lines on a score pad, then if they do free pulsative music, then there could be 28 different pulsations going on. And to conduct 28 different pulsations, I should be an octopus. I cannot be an octopus. So the serious thing is that there is no conductor. The conducting mechanism is inbuilt in each group of the orchestras or in each player. In the now point, you can be flexible to the truth, like in life. We are all writing our life score. And the score is the home page also for the tone chooser. So there, I can choose a tone and then I put the attribute functions.
But 200 symphonies is...
Yes, but you know, it's like a winery. It says this was a good year. And for me, last year was good for the symphonies, but not for my life score, because I thought I would die because I had cancer. But I won it, so I don't have now. Okay. But I wrote 14 symphonies in the summer, waiting for to be, you know, laser, taken away all these things. But here I am, good. And now I have good numbers in the laboratory. Okay. And then I look like this, of course, a little big, but the smile is more than the other one. So smiley and frowny. Did you know it says frowny? This is the frowny. This is the smiley.
Good. Well, it's great to have you, and so happy.
Orchestra is fantastic.
Yes,
Sala, fantastic. Public, the eating, the gourmet food. Oh, I am waiting for angulas. They are not now here, but
I know.
Next time maybe I come in the fall and then angulas.
We will organize it. Apart from composing, you've also had a great, you're a great teacher, and this is a great excuse to talk about Dima, because obviously you have both worked together. You've always spoken very highly.
Yes, I have followed this talent. He is a great talent.
It would be great to know your impressions of Dima as a student, now that he's with us, and of you as a teacher, because I think it's very interesting for people that don't know anything about conducting technique and why a conductor does the thing they do, if it's obviously talent, if it's you have to study music obviously, but there's also a certain conducting technique which differences many conductors from others.
My technique is life. It is the life. You have to motivate the sound. Music is not that which sounds. Music is why that which sounds like it sounds, when it sounds. And this we have to take the responsibility when we are conducting. We are the ambassador of the tone chooser. We are the representative of the public, and we have the best interacting place there to do it. And this is what we try to get the bench musicians to contact like satellites docking to the mothership on the estrade altar, and then the music is starting to happen, and music is life, and life is music. This is what Carl Nielsen wrote in his Uudslykkelige, the Fourth Symphony.
Exactly.
Yes.
The inextinguishable. And music is inextinguishable, and the talent is inextinguishable. I see here the fire of his eyes, the same, but now so much stronger and so much wiser. He's almost a Väinämöinen also. I am Väinämöinen, but he is different Väinämöinen.
I'm getting
Yeah, the
there.
beard
Yes.
is getting there.
But this is true what you said, because actually conducting, it's very difficult to teach. I remember when we just started, one word which really kind of soaks in is invitingly. You said when you show something, you should invite people to
Yes.
play. And this means motivation. So you motivate them to play, because the essence is that you cannot make people do something, force them. You can, but the result will never be the same. If you motivate people so they want to play for you, and they want to play for the public and for the composer, then you get this thing alive and all the energies. This is essence, I think, what Leif is doing with music, with orchestras.
And how many years did you study with?
Unfortunately, only 3, but this was the normal.
Yeah.
3 years was the time to learn to conduct. Well, it's
And what does because Finland? Why does it? Is it a great place to study? What does it offer that maybe other conducting schools doesn't? Or what's the big difference?
the best kind of material is that you get to conduct a real orchestra 2 times a week, and this is the only way to learn it, because conducting is not only conducting, but it's interacting with people, and to interact with people you need people, and to learn how to sense different fluctuations, how to sense if there is electricity, if there is no electricity, and it's an endless process, never the same. We just talked with Leif 15 minutes ago that every week it's very challenging. It's in a way nervous. The state of mind before the first rehearsal is always very, very agitated. And for Leif, for me, I was wondering, it has not changed since day one when I started to try to conduct. And I think this is it's the nerve which needs to be there. It's never like, okay, let's see. Yeah. It's always kind of open wound which you start investigating.
Because there's always this chemistry issue which one can't
Yes.
explain.
Yeah.
Sometimes it happens, sometimes it doesn't happen, and you can, I know of many different places and conductors and great orchestras and also great orchestras, but this chemistry issue is something very difficult to predict.
Yeah, and this is why I'm here.
Yes.
When I
definitely.
came first time, there was chemistry, and much more than that. But this is
I thought there was some chemistry yesterday.
exactly.
and it was more today. It was more open and richer and relaxed. But the first moment was, at least for me, I was very, very afraid of these pieces that I have conducted. I'm an old man. But the first time with a new orchestra is always this, that are they thinking like me in this moment? Do they understand? Do I have to explain or something, or does it come automatically because we are in the same moment of that fantastic composition? And in that moment, when listening, we experience something. It's the so-called experience phenomenology, which is Sergio Celibidache's favorite word. And by the way, I was eating Chinese food with him in Stockholm in the 60s, Rörstrandsgatan, and then he went down to Europe, but he was with the Swedish radio, and he liked me, and he invited me to conduct, and I was very thankful for it, and later also in Munich and so on. But this experience phenomenology is actually what happens in a person being present when music sounds. And you have to zero yourself also. Nothing there. Let it make an impact on you. And then you will digest it, and afterwards, or next day, or next year, or 10 years later, then three things actually are connected with music. It is telepathy, it is the dream world, and the subconscious. And they are not so very much scrutinized science. I think the future will very much go into the levare, the upbeat of some musical substance. And in that, what do we see? The potential. What does it give us the possibilities? And the good possibilities are not the computer on-off. That's shit. That's really stupid, on-off, on the binary. But the ternary is good but complicated. That you have the option of this or that, or wait until you can take the decision of this or that. Mm-hmm. And then if we play with the Hamlet question, you know, to be or not to be, that's the question, brr. It's not so inspiring. But if you change it like the kids' algebra, to question or not to question, that is to be.